EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Yeah, here we go.
Play one, and Prescott to the air. And incomplete to open things up. But you look at this defense. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
To throw is Prescott. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. To the air again, Prescott. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Prescott. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This defense for the Commanders, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this one is right through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Let's go now.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. And this one nearly intercepted. That one might need to go back to the drawing board. Almost a disaster. And it winds up just an incomplete pass, though. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To the air goes Daniels. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he got blown up on that play, back at the 20. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Being chased out left. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
46.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. This is Brown going up the middle. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of
And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's got room. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Buying time to his left. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his fourth down call.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Romeo Doubs, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them.
Second down and 3.
Here we go. Go.
Here's Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Gardner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the Cowboys.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing, Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes our score 17-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Right back to Brown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They'll try and run for it with Brown.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. An inside give, Brown. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
2nd and 5.
They give it to Brown. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
That is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 36 yards.
And the Commanders are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And Prescott, his third interception. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Here we go.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll start by running the option to the right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Chase Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. That's caught inside the 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Ready?
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we?
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Aubrey now for the PAT. And the lead is now 13.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing after the interception. Daniels. There's a short one caught by Johnson. Oh, good move. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. To throw is Daniels. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go.
Now Daniels. That one behind his man, incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Daniels going to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good pickup there, a 22.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead. Pickett will try to throw for this. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know that's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
Daniels looking to throw.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin.
And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Forced out to his left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Jaden Daniels.
His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game.
And the Commanders get a bit closer.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Pickett. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Pickett back to throw. That's complete to Dobbs.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. but they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Dallas, Texas is the spot, third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. Down inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Juwan Johnson. 26 yards. And the Commanders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Quan Martin there on the tackle.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
Look at lost it. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 29.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Two yards still to go. Third down now.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Back to throw. Daniels. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
Get it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. And McLaurin, the motion man right. Back to throw now on first down. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Flushed out right. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Brown. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
Brown once more. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Chase Brown, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken a 4th quarter lead. So his great start to the season continues. He found the end zone time after time in the opener last week, and he does it again here in week 2.
And, Brandon, we have a lot of coaches sell us week to week that there is no momentum, there is no carryover. Every game is its own entity. But after what we saw him do last week and now punching one in here, I'm starting to think that there is a carryover, and he's feeling it.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there. But team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
46.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Now Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. From the gun, a give to Brown. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Here we go. Start.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Here we go.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. Daniels from the gun on third down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go. 26.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Completed out left to Dobbs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Yeah! Here we go. That's it. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Why ain't? 26.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Pacheco. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Dak. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. To throw, Prescott. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Here's Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This to put an end to a wild Monday night. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. This is 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line.